Online and blended learning presents challenges for all educators. In this video, I'm going to share 3 strategies you can use to enhance digital learning and teaching. The first tip I have is based on something called the Community of Inquiry Framework. This strategy is based on the work of Caitlin R. Tucker. Caitlin R. Tucker writes about how the online learning experience should be centered around the Community of Inquiry Framework, which is comprised of 3 interconnected presences. Firstly, the social presence. This refers to the learner's ability to assert their social and emotional selves and how they view their classmates as real people and communicate openly online. The second is the teaching presence. This encompasses the design, instruction, and facilitation of learning in the course. And finally, the cognitive presence. This relates to the learner's ability to construct meaning through a process of inquiry, dialogue, and reflection. Researchers Garrison, Anderson, and Archer state that understanding the interplay between these presences can help teachers transitioning their courses online create learning experiences that are engaging, student-centered, and leverage the class's collective intelligence. Understanding the importance of these 3 interconnected presences will help the instructor to prioritize the creation of a community, and this will help to humanize the experience. As you move forward with your digital offering, consider constructing your lessons within this framework. Ask yourself, how is this lesson meeting these 3 aspects? The second strategy I recommend is to create a hypertext environment. Learning in a linear manner does not work for everyone, and in the highly digitized world we live in, we are faced with non-linear presentations of information. We might click on an article and then click through to another that takes our interest. Learning does not have to be sequential, and when we create digital learning activities, it's a valuable opportunity to create a hypertext environment with which people are familiar. Learning by association allows learners to follow the path that interests them. Documents created for people to access and learn from could contain links to a range of multimedia resources to pique particular interests. Students may choose to click through or not. The hypertext environment cannot be meaningfully recreated in the traditional classroom environment. It is unique to online learning and one of the many benefits of remote or blended teaching and learning. There is no evidence that such an approach improves retention, but it does make learning more pleasurable, interesting, personalised, interactive, and creates an environment where independent learning may occur. The author of the resource is not in full control of the learning, but instead provides digital doorways for the student. The final strategy in this video is to ensure that you as the educator are creating interactive learning experiences. It is a common misconception that multimedia produces learning gains. Research suggests that learning gains are likely due to instructional methods, such as interactivity, and not necessarily the platform or software program. And so here are a few tips. The first thing is one-to-one interaction. This could be video or audio calls, tutoring, initial or interim meetings between teacher and students. Another thing that you could do is office hours, where students may pose text or oral questions to you and you can pose questions to them. And finally, the essential question strategy. This is where you ask students to craft their own questions using the framework put forward by McTighe and Wiggins. Instead of setting comprehension questions after teaching via video, ask students to create and post their own questions. All students may respond to these questions, and this helps to engender critical thinking and a sense of community. I ask my online students to write questions that meet at least 3 of the criteria shown here. It makes the online learning experience more interactive, and I can identify gaps in understanding pretty swiftly. I hope you enjoyed this video and it helps you to move forward with your digital teaching. What all of these strategies have in common are the fact that they are learner-centric, and this should be always the foundation upon which teaching is built. Thanks for watching.